Security, please have somebody stop this guy stealing from me. You can't take that.
Wait, stop. It was only $100.
The latest TikTok prank is not harmless and is going to get someone killed. I'm going to break this down plus so much more on today's episode of the Barad vs. Everyone podcast, my daily show where we take on social media insanity and internet craziness, all from an independent perspective. Buckle up, make sure to subscribe, like, yada, yada, yada. And up first, we're going to talk about something that apparently has been going on for some time, and I just didn't know about it. I'm out of the loop, I guess. It's not actually a new development, but I keep seeing all these new versions of it shared on social media, getting genuinely millions upon millions of views, all over something called the Apple Pay prank. So for folks that don't know, Apple Pay is a service that Apple offers where you can put your cards on your phone and then you can just scan, and it allows you to do different financial transactions with your phone instead of just a card. It has a distinct ding or noise that it makes when you have had a payment processed. Now, I don't really use it very much. My boyfriend has it set up for me. He uses it because he collects credit cards and has 5,000, so we can keep them all on his Apple Pay or whatever. But anyway, what people are doing as, I guess, some form of content for social media to monetize and make money off of is going up to random people, often older people, often people who appear to have maybe be immigrants or speak English as a second language, and playing the Apple Pay noise and pretending like they've just stolen a bunch of money from them, freaking those people out, then recording their interactions and uploading it to the internet. What a lovely society we have here. This is just swell stuff. Yeah, we're going to watch the first one of these videos. Then I'll give you some more of my thoughts, but I think you're getting an idea of how I feel about this behavior. Let's take a look.
You can't take that.
Wait, stop. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have any money?
I'm sorry.
No?
No, I didn't bring it. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
What the hell?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, security! You can't take money from me.
What?
You can't take my money.
But I just wanted a little bit of money.
No! I want that phone.
No, this is my phone.
You can't take money from me. Security! Security! Please have somebody stop this guy stealing from me. You can't take that.
Wait, stop. It was only $100.
Security! Security!
Why are you chasing me?
No!
Why are you chasing me? Stop chasing.
Stop this guy! Can somebody help me?
I feel sick. I feel like nauseous. You're telling me you have no actual personality. You have no actual content or humor or jokes or insight or perspective to bring to the world. So your bright little idea is that I'm going to go find random older people in public, convince them they're being robbed, cause them to panic, film them without their permission, and then upload it to social media to make money and get clicks. Like, for example, this one had more than 2 million views. And of course, on TikTok, it was just 1 minute and 1 second long. So just long enough to qualify for that monetization. So you have this guy potentially making about $1,000, you could estimate, off of this woman's suffering and embarrassment. I think this is so loathsome. Like, obviously, he's not actually stealing their money. He's just playing the noise and then tricking them into thinking, and they don't understand the technology of it all, so they get nervous and they don't understand. But you're just like picking on random people, and you're exploiting their lack of familiarity with technology to scare them in this really horrible way. And then you're laughing at their genuine distress. I don't know. I just think it's messed up. I've seen some of these social media pranksters where it's like a little more harmless or a little funny, but this, you're making people think they're being victimized by some kind of cyber crime they don't understand and instilling a genuine sense of panic in them. I don't know. I think that's really disgusting, and that has to be illegal in different ways. And if it's not, then we need some new laws to crack down on this, because you shouldn't be able to do this to random people. And these platforms, this is part of the problem, is like these platforms have allowed, whether it's X and their weird and opaque monetization system, or TikTok, they really have allowed a rage bait economy to emerge, where people get money and views by just being outrageous or harmful, because there's no such thing as negative attention. All of it can be monetized the same. And I think this kind of prank content should not be able to be monetized. And maybe it would stop, or at least be a lot fewer people would do it. But then again, it comes back to, it's not just the creators, right? It's so easy to just say, wow, this individual who made this video is a real jerk. No, but it's also the thousands upon thousands of comments from people who are just laughing and eating it up and making fun of this poor woman. Like, do the screens really dehumanize us this much that we lose touch with each other, and now we're all just people and all that? Because maybe I could see how if this was just a person on a screen somewhere, you could go ha ha ha, but we have to think about that somebody's mother. Like, that's a real person experiencing fear and panic and terror. Like, you were literally terrorizing grannies because you want to make money off TikTok creator fund. I don't know, man. I think that's terrible. We're going to watch one more of these, because the prevalence of these videos is shocking me. I'm getting them fed to me, right? Because I saw one, I clicked on it, was horrified. So of course I watched, so it showed me more. But what disturbs me is not that these are just out there, that they have millions and millions of views and all these people enjoying this content, liking it. We really have to stop. But here's another one to give you an idea.
Okay.
What do you mean? Hey.
She's touching me. She's touching me.
What?
Hey, leave me alone. Why
No,
you keep moving me?
because you.
Huh?
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's another 50.
See, this is what he's doing.
Thank you,
Is
sir.
somebody coming?
I didn't do anything. You don't have to hold me like that.
I'm sorry, but I do.
What do you mean by that?
What? No, I want security to come.
You're Whoa.
Huh?
Well, I didn't do nothing.
It's okay. I got it. It's a man.
Thanks for the 100. I'm just trying to get Chipotle.
Wait, that was good. What's wrong with you? Oh
my fucking God.
No, I just needed.
Hey, somebody
needed
manage me.
$20.
Call the police! This guy just took his
I'ma give you
phone and
that.
stuck it up to mine.
Thank you.
Y'all, this is so bleak. It's so messed up. All these innocent people, you're creating genuine fear and panic in them. And then this is the other problem with these pranksters, right? Because it's all just fun and games. It's just a joke. Yeah, but until you create altercations where somebody could actually get hurt. I mean, these people think you're robbing them. It's like mugging people. And then imagine if somebody was going up to mug people and mocking, like, oh, but then it's not a real gun, just a water gun. Haha, gotcha. Well, you see how that could go wrong, right? One day you're just going to get shot because somebody's going to think you're mugging them. The same thing can happen here. Not only could one of these people harm you and frankly be justified because they're defending themselves, or you've tricked them into thinking you're robbing them, but also you're creating altercations with security guards, with police officers. And the more of these altercations, the more chance there is for something to go wrong, to go terribly wrong, and for someone to get very seriously hurt. So maybe some of these people are just young and dumb and lack, that prefrontal cortex that hasn't hit yet. But to me, it's absolutely indefensible to exploit people like this, to just terrorize others for clicks. And it's so indicative of where we're going and where we're going wrong with our online ecosystem and social media right now. So there's been a lot of news coverage of this trend. Again, it's called the Apple Pay prank. I don't really think it's a prank. I think it's a crime. And I think there needs to be real accountability and consequences for the hooligans that are engaged in this. And they should maybe try getting a personality or a talent or a hobby or some actual knowledge or insight to offer the world other than this. Really gross. Let me know what y'all think. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Do comment and like. And also remember, send in your voicemails for my Voicemail Friday episodes. where I react to your woke horror stories, give you advice on your personal lives, and answer any questions you guys have for me. The link to send in one of those is in the description. Up next, we're going to talk about the controversy involving the left-wing streamer and extreme controversial figure, Hasan Piker, because, again, we talked about this on the channel and show last week, but he was involved in this thing with his dog Kaya, where he appeared to use a shock collar to keep her in position on stream behind him, almost like a prop. He denied that it was a shock collar. At first, he said her paw got caught on something, and that's why she yelped in audible pain. Then he later said, no, I have a collar, but it's only a vibration collar, and people have kind of picked apart and dissected that. I got to be honest, I don't believe him. I think he probably does have a shock collar, but like I said, the first time I talked about this, I don't know for sure. I can't prove it. More and more old clips that point towards that being what happened have been recirculated. But what I want to talk about this time is the absurd defenses and kind of distractions people are bringing up to try to get this guy off the hook. So he himself has tried to make this all about Israel or something. Let me read you his Instagram post featuring his dog, Kaya, where he writes, "She has no idea she's been the most famous dog on the internet for the past 2 days because of a coordinated far-right / pro-Israel slander campaign." I don't know about y'all, but I hate when people do this. When people, like, a genuine controversy happens, their own fans or many people from their own side of the aisle are actually upset with them or concerned by something they've done or said. And they go, well, this is all just X group trying to take me down or whatever. It's just, in this case, it's absolutely not true. The people who are upset, I did a whole series on this, so did so many other people who frankly are not particularly invested in foreign affairs. I get accusations. I am not paid by Israel. Y'all are just delusional. I just call out BS from people on the internet. But there's two problems with this argument. One is that it is very clearly an attempt to try to exploit an international situation and like terrible things that are happening to people and emotions that people have. You're trying to emotionally manipulate people to get yourself off the hook using the real suffering of other people. That's what I hate about this. And the other thing is that people don't understand this. Let's say, and again, this is not true, but let's say that it was a coordinated Israel campaign to take him down. That actually doesn't matter if it's true. Like, sometimes people think that if they can dismiss where a claim or a story is coming from as somehow corrupt, then that gets them off the hook for the accusation. But that's just like not true. So like, let me give you an example. Say that you have a content creator who had committed a horrible crime in his past that no one knew about it. And he was criticizing Israel, and a bunch of pro-Israel people, maybe they got their talking points or whatever, spread the news that he had done this crime. Well, that's just coordinated Israel takedown. But if it's true and it's horrible, then you're still accountable for it. And it still should change how people see you, regardless of the provenance of the information. You know, it's not actually a defense. In this case, it's also a lie, but it's not a defense. And it's not just this one. A lot of Hasan's streaming friends are saying this kind of thing, but what about Palestine or whatever? Here's a streamer named Valkyrie who made similar comments. Take a listen to that.
It's kind of crazy. You would think that this kind of outrage, we would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff, but this priorities in this world are not where they should be. But alas.
I just find this so absurd. Like, keep Palestine out your mouth while we're talking about this scandal and these allegations of animal abuse. It has nothing to do with this. And you could use that to excuse any sort of terrible behavior. Really? When some people are dying, you're going to complain about this? Actually, yes. Like, actually, multiple things can happen at once. And you are exploiting people's tragedy to try to use them as a human shield to avoid accountability or criticisms of somebody with whom I guess you're friends with or what have you. I mean, this other streamer called people out for using this horrible, horrible situation as like a human shield for Hasan. Listen to this.
You can do whatever you want and then just say, oh no, the people, they're just haters. They're pro-Israel. They're Nazis. They're this, they're that. Oh, why do you care about a dog, but you don't care about a genocide? That's all I've seen for the past 24 hours, bro. Is him and all his fans making excuses and hiding behind a genocide? So you're just using a thing that has nothing to do with the dog to prove what?
I just think it's so disgraceful, and they would never apply this kind of logic in any scenario. It's one of those motivated reasoning things where they want to find a reason to not be upset with Hasan, so they just concoct this. It's like a backwards extrapolation. Nobody would actually think, but Palestine is an excuse for allegedly abusing your dog. Like, no person applied to anyone other than someone they like have this huge bias towards would ever, even for a moment, fix their mouth to say that. But that's a great example of how distorted the cognitive thinking can be. That's why I always try to take a situation and flip it. Like, okay, is this person terrible for saying this? Well, what if I change it around the parties involved? What if I change around the loyalties of, what if a person I liked said this? Would I still be so upset about it? Because actually it's irrelevant to the moral questions, how you feel about the person. So we should be trying to remove bias, not succumbing to it and inserting random explanations to let the people we like off the hook when they do something bad, allegedly. And this is so funny. This really is just like tearing apart this corner of the internet. So we're going to talk about some more people who I've barely heard of, but are apparently relevant. The streamers Pokimane and Lily Pichu announced that they have canceled their scheduled podcast episode with Hasan. I'm going to read you the update they sent to their community, which they call Sweet and Sour. Small update. Hey, taste buds. Apparently that's what they call their fans. I don't really like that, but it's a free country, I guess. This is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold concerning our guest, and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew, and we all agreed that it didn't feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. Again, I'm sorry, we have to come back to this. So they are saying that they can't upload their pre-taped episode of a podcast that they did with Hasan because he may have used a shot collar on his dog. Y'all have this energy over the dog, but not Hasan Piker saying America deserved 9/11. Not him saying Republicans, it would be justified to murder them. Not him saying that he supports designated terror organizations. I love me dogs. I really do. I am a dog person through and through. This is still bizarre. These priorities are weird, people. Anyway, continuing from this note they put out, our community is our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. We do not want to impact the cozy atmosphere we've all built together. Thanks for always supporting our vision for a fun, positive place to hang out. See you all next week, Sweet and Sour staff. So you can be openly supportive terrorists, and you're welcome in their comfy, cozy space. But if you may or may not have shocked the dog with an electric collar, you can't, like, what are we doing? What is happening? We are so cooked. And then apparently these people can't even get their story straight because one of the creators involved here, Pokimane, posted this on X and said, the episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it caused drama and also posted this statement without my approval. Sorry, guys. We'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterward to restructure. So y'all don't even have your stuff together. If your staff is like, you're vetoing your episodes and then putting out statements without your approval, that's not giving staff. Like, that's giving the employees are actually in charge. I mean, I guess these are like socialist types, so maybe that makes sense, but it's not really giving that you have any of your stuff together. And I find it comical, but also incredibly, incredibly depressing and deeply spiritually demoralizing that the thing that's going to potentially take this guy down is a shot collar on a dog. Again, I don't like it. I don't support it. I think it's icky, especially when done in this context, not as like a safety measure, you know, or if you have a dog that has issues or it has bitten people or one thing, then a shot collar could be appropriate. but just to keep them in frame for your streaming shot, I think is disgusting. However, I want to be so clear. If this is what ends up causing this whole like community of people that orbit Hasan Piker to turn against him, then that is like a damning indictment of their morals and values. If this is what it takes, a potential bad treatment of a dog, but supporting designated terror groups is fine. What is going on here? This isn't okay. This isn't normal at all. But I guess that just makes it a day that ends in Y in the streaming universe. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the like button, yada, yada. Yeah, can you believe this Hasan story? It's kind of the gift that keeps on giving in terms of content, but then it's so demoralizing to me. One final story I want to talk about, which is frankly giving United Kingdom, and that is not what I want America to be like. A Tennessee man has been arrested and gets a $2 million bond for posting a Facebook meme. Reason reports, this is Joe Lancaster writing, Larry Bushart posted a meme on a local Facebook page about Charlie Kirk. He now faces years in prison. So are we just copy pasting? Like, are we just Control C, Control P on the United Kingdom now? Are we just going to like give up on the whole First Amendment thing? Because listen, I think it is distasteful and grotesque to troll Charlie Kirk or to make fun of him or mock the situation after he was killed. But we do have free speech in America, and that includes gross and distasteful speech, which is what this meme seems to me to fall into. Now I'll give you more of the details so you can make up your own mind. After the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk in September, many on the political right set out to punish anyone making light of the tragedy or even simply being insufficiently upset. Now, I want to pause there to make a distinction. There are different types of punishment, right? And if somebody got fired from their job or had a lot of public criticism over it, that is one thing. This case concerns criminal law. That is something else. And that is undeniably where it becomes a free speech and First Amendment issue. So in one of the more brazen examples, a Tennessee man was arrested, accused of threatening a school shooting, and held on a $2 million bond for posting a somewhat uncivil meme on Facebook. Larry Bushart, a 61-year-old former police officer, posted the offending meme last month. In response to a Facebook post about an upcoming vigil for Kirk, Bushart shared an image of President Donald Trump with the quote, "We have to get over it," which Trump said in January 2024 after a shooting at Iowa's Perry High School. Text added to the image said, "This seems relevant today." Bushart did not elaborate, but the context seems clear. Why should I care about this shooting when the sitting president said I should get over this other shooting? Okay, so I'll pause here. Two things can be true at the same time, right? As critical thinkers, we can separate a couple things. I think this is gross. You should care about the shooting because a man was killed, because it was an attack on free speech. It was an attack on American values. This man had a family. He was a complicated person with great and beautiful parts of his legacy and other parts that weren't so beautiful. But that's why you should care. And the fact that the president you don't like said something years ago that you actually think is bad doesn't mean you should take the same approach. That's terrible moral logic, and it's a gross thing to post. But you have the freedom to be gross. And nowhere in there is that post a threat. Is that post some sort of crime? It's just a rude and disgusting meme posted on the internet. If that was a crime, a whole lot of people would be behind bars. But a bizarre saga played out here where he was arrested over this. Let's get into more details. Received a visit from Lexington PD regarding my posted memes, Bushart wrote in a September 21 Facebook status. According to Sheriff Nick Weems of nearby Perry County, numerous teachers, parents, and students somehow interpreted Bushart's meme with its citation in fine print about a previous school shooting at Perry High School in Perry, Iowa, as a threat to carry out a similar shooting at nearby Perry County High School. Well, okay, they are free to interpret something, but that's not what it said. Nothing in the meme, which was a quote of the president, taken out of context, sure, but it was just a quote, was a threat, saying we have to get over it. There's no threat there. So the correct response would be for the police to say to those people who called and reported it, listen, we understand your concern. Obviously, school safety is something people worry about now, but nothing in this post constitutes a legal threat, so there's no action we can take. And that's what they move on. They did not do that. They decided to copy the United Kingdom and arrest him. According to Perry County's Sheriff Office website, Bouchard was arrested the following morning on a charge of threats of mass violence on school property and activities, a Class E felony punishable by 1 to 6 years in prison and up to a $3,000 fine. Worse, Bouchard's bail is set at an astonishing $2 million. Now, that's crazy because I'm telling you now, this case will go nowhere. He will not be convicted, and if he is convicted, it will be overturned by a judge for violating the First Amendment. But because the bail is set so high, he's going to have to spend significant time in jail, most likely, even though he didn't do anything wrong. So this whole situation is just messed up. Well, I should say, I'm sorry, when I say he didn't do anything wrong, I mean like legally. I do think he did something wrong in terms of being a jerk, but that's, again, not a crime. But the local authorities are defending this decision. So Bouchard posted the meme to, quote, indicate or make the audience think it was referencing our Perry High School, Weems told the Tennessean in a statement. Investigators believe Bouchard was fully aware of the fear his post would cause and intentionally sought to create hysteria within the community. Weems also told local radio station WOPC the meme alluded to a hypothetical shooting at a place called Perry High School, which it didn't. That's just not true. As Joe Lancaster here continues, this justification is downright laughable. In its entirety, the post consists of a direct quote of a statement by the then former president about a newsworthy event, with text providing context plus a forward phrase added. Bouchard didn't even create the meme. The Tennessean's Angel Latham noted that it had been posted numerous times across multiple social media platforms not connected to Bouchard, going back to 2024. Quote, the President of the United States, go to jail. Adam Steinbaugh, an attorney with the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, posted on X. It is extremely clear what was meant to me by this meme. He meant to send the message that, like, oh, Republicans don't care about shootings, and now they suddenly want us to care about a shooting, which I think is not true. I think is a partisan cheap shot, and I think misses the issue and fails to take the high road. But it is not illegal. It is not a threat. And we should not allow ourselves to become a country, even on these highly charged issues, where people are understandably all riled up and concerned, where memes equal police involvement, where offensive social media posts result in people sitting behind bars. That is not who we are as Americans. That is not remotely compatible with free speech. And again, it's giving United Kingdom, which actually I just realized the irony that I'm wearing an England soccer jersey, because I do love me some soccer, love me some Premier League, English national team, all that. But when it comes to free speech, though, we don't want to be like y'all. And probably when it comes to food as well, because English breakfasts are disgusting. But no, joking aside, shade, drama, tea aside, this is not okay. We should not be doing this. This is a massive overcorrection, overreaction, and we do not want to live in a country where memes posted on the internet result in police showing up at people's houses. So no matter how much it hurts your feelings, no matter how much it offends you, you should not support what is happening to this man. That's my take, and I'm sticking to it. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, yada, yada, yada. And remember to send in your voicemails for our Voicemail Friday episodes. And with that, guys, we'll talk again real soon.